Hello ladies and gentlemen of the internet, it's RJ, and today we'll be taking a look at the Banpresto 2003 Godzilla. Starting with articulation, we have this nice basic swivel at the base of the neck. That looks perfectly natural. We're just going to leave it like that. His arm articulation makes it so he can aggressively swat at the air, possibly in retaliation for being stuck in a vending machine for at least several weeks. Some nice swivels at the thighs. Swivel at the base of the tail. And finally, we have the creme de la creme of good articulation engineering. I can really see what Banpresto was going for here. Moving on to detail, and starting with his pose, he's in this very dynamic fighting stance. It's either a fighting stance or he's trying to stop an opponent from scoring a goal in basketball. Either or works for me. Here you have his scar. I'd like to say it's painted red. It might not be. It kind of has a red tint to it. It also kind of looks like a scarab beetle aggressively hugging Godzilla's chest, which it very well might be. Very smooth overlapping scales on the neck. Scales look kind of like bark, which just further lends credibility to my theory that Godzilla is in fact a giant tree. Very thick silver paint on the spines, which gives the figure a nice personality. Very much like the sloppy look of the older figures. Just kind of gives up towards the end of the tail, oh well. Ivory nails, toenails, teeth, and I think the eyes might even be the exact same color of paint. Pupils, mine is missing a little bit of paint. So overall, very nice, especially for something that should have been sitting in a crane game for several weeks. Moving on to packaging, he comes in this massive box. Here you can see a picture of the figure. 55 meters, 25,000 tons. That is a lot of heavy. My box is not in the best of conditions. Oh well, here's a picture of the suit looking very upset. Title of the movie in Moonspeak, more cardboard scuffing. Yeah, we have more box damage. This is great for reviewing purposes. Same title. Yeah, that cardboard sound is very pleasant to the ears. Very pretty painted cityscape. I like how it looks. I'm not sure what the purpose is, because you can't really display it because cardboard box, but the effort is in fact there. Now, I'm assuming the reason this box is enormous is to screw Japanese children out of their money in an attempt to get this. For accessories, he comes with nothing. I'm not quite sure what you were expecting. But just so this segment has a little bit of purpose, here's this partially drank water bottle. Moving on to scale, here he is with two other scales, 6-inch and 8-inch. He doesn't really fit into either that well. He's way too tall for the 6-inch scale, and he's just a little bit too short for the 8-inch scale. He's kind of cutting it a little bit close, but I'm sure you can display him just fine for that buongiorno scale, that good morning scale. He really only scales perfectly with three other figures. The Kiru that was released alongside him and the two other Vinyl Wars Banpresto vinyls. Here is this saga, just in case you don't have the other two figures, which I don't know why you're watching this video if you don't collect other Godzilla figures, but maybe it's just for entertainment purposes. So overall, this is an excellent release despite its mode of release, because if I say crane game one more time, I think my audience is going to rise up and execute me. The detailing is excellent, almost on par with its Bandai release. I'd even say it is on par with the Bandai release, while the pose does set it apart very nicely. Articulation is fair, if a bit weird in some spots, and the paint is very nice. So overall, if you're a fan of this iteration, I would make an attempt to find it probably on eBay or Mandarake.